waiting na the cause. Even after the president don't declare a state of emergency on rape na salon, we still get increase in sexual offenses them na salon. But before that, make I just go through the coronavirus updates, quick one. Then we go come and dive inside this topic. I go give you a breakdown quick for yesterday on before I go begin, because we know say we're not in there on Sundays. But yesterday, the 21st of June, 166 tests then conduct. 166 tests was conducted, and we get 18 new cases. 18 new cases. And if I want to break down the 18 cases, Bo 4, Bont 1, Kailaun 1, Kenema 1, Tonkolili 2, Western Area Rural 4, Western Area Urban 5, Naingiwi 18 for yesterday. 18 for yesterday. Today, the 22nd of June, 2020. Are the numbers then this? 141 tests was conducted. 141 tests. Out of the 141, 13 positive. 13 positive. And if I want to break them by district, now the numbers then this. Bo 3, Moyamba 1, Tonkolili 2, Western Area Rural 1, Western Area Urban 6, and then they give you 13. If we want to watch by the districts them, you will find out Tonkolili self don't they get numbers them now. Tonkolili don't they get numbers them now. Saturday then get 5. Even before Saturday, on Thursday then be get 2. So it's like the one for the register. The only thing we they not get inside Nabi on Friday. And look they fine, because we already know say Western Area Urban, Western Area Rural, the one and then a chairman for this business. And we see say Bo again, don't begin. And one thing what they observe, when Bo don't they come up so, you go see say Kenema go relax. Kenema go relax when Bo take over. As soon as Bo relax just now, Kenema go take over back by district. But for today, na 13 positive cases. Okay. We don't get now 1,340 confirmed cases of coronavirus na salon. 1,340 confirmed cases of coronavirus na salon. The one them way in isolation center right now, now 497. 497 people them, they respond to treatment or supportive care or any way you want to call them. Recoveries for the past 24 hours, we not get any recovery. But yesterday, we will get 42 recoveries. But for today, for the past 24 hours, no recoveries. Death. Yesterday, we beget 2 deaths. But for the past 24 hours for today, we not get any death. But now, the total day on 55. 55 people now we don't lose to COVID-19 na Salone. The one that were in quarantine are 1,432. The one that we don't come out in quarantine are 6,630. And the total number of tests where they don't do now in Salone are 10,206. 10,206 tests now they don't conduct now in Salone. Now I will just left the numbers them for the coronavirus and come into our main topic for the day. The question we will ask, what are the major cause? What we feel are the reason on the increase of sexual offenses in Salone? Even though the president don't declare a state of emergency on that, and also they don't increase the sentence now the court system. Before, the maximum sentence where somebody will get, depend on the judge, they go up to 15 years. But for now, still depend on the judge, can go up to life imprisonment. Even with that, it not change. So waiting with a miss now. The latest one, now the 5-year-old girl, Khadija, where we see everybody, people then come out in solidarity for say they need justice for them. But she's not the first, and definitely, you're not going to be the last. It's sad to say that, but that's the truth. When all this thing be they go around, what thing you think about? Did you have a reflective moment on yourself, your childhood? Did you? Yes, it's good when things like that come up, make we get the conversation. Because when we get the conversation and we get the right conversation, it will help we for able for pinpoint also we feel say government for able for tackle. And for me, since where this thing break, I don't listen to different discussions on national TV in Salone, national radios in Salone. Don't they follow them, see how then they carry out the topic and all. And I begin to ask myself, wait a second. What thing they in place in Sierra Leone for keep picking them safe? What do we have in our law books? We for make say picking them safe. I know say Salone then go on for television and say, oh, then safe day with the United Nations Convention on the Right of a Child. The UN Convention on the Right of a Child. We've been passed. We I believe say Sierra Leone were part of it. But for make the right of a child be sustained in Sierra Leone, what are the institutions that are in place? What are the institutions them where they in place for safeguard picking them na Salone? The case of Khadija is just one. And imagine in the house where they take care of her mom. Right under the roof, allegedly, they say this thing happened. What about them when them where they can give water? Granite. Things them for go sell. What about them picking them day? What are they watch over them when they are out there? What about people them where they go take picking them from the provinces? Come with them na tongue. Can't turn them other thing. What's in the law say for them one day? What's in the role with social welfare they do? Most of what they're listening right now, within the West, we know the things them where they in place for picking them. Where even if your neighbor see you come on a door, you know say whenever you can come on, you come on with picking. You know see you come on with picking, it they call. See, I say I come out too, but I not see I come out with him picking. I think say don't left that picking one grain at that host day. System, waiting social welfare they do. How involved are they? That nigga for tell you say nothing. I must picking them, you know don't see in the streets. They sell water. Small picking. Because in Sierra Leone, where you born picking, you don't born an helper. From the day we don't begin worker, you don't ready for say, okay, this thing for help me now. Begin and small, pass me that remote, pass me this, pass me that. As you don't begin to get sense now, for go school, waiting self, hey, you self can't help for the go sell. If an amend the men, well, you go sell, you short or you lost. And they talk about picking them, and they even talk about teenagers here. Even though they say, yes, not the same thing, but with you not Sierra Leone, you they see. How many times? You know, don't they drive around, you see, picking them around, they total water, they run out of motoka. How many times? You go see him, na the West to say you dey? It's not possible. You begin come on a do safe. You come on a doing one grain. Somebody don't see an adult around the Pekin. What's in the happen next? Then they call. But now because institutions them, they in place for safeguard the Pekin. Now because of that, 4 major articles them now the United Nations Convention on the Rights of a Child. 1. Non-discrimination. 2. The best interest of the Pekin. 3. Right to life survival and development. 4. Right to be heard. Right to be heard. Then 4, the 4 main one them. I'm not even going into them. When you be the grow up in a salon, which one? The system in Sierra Leone help for make protect you. Just a few things now. The Pekin in a salon. You think say social welfare? No Amos Pekin in a salon? You think so? You think say they know Amos Pekin in a salon? And we can't even now rely on the database where Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School say they get for them picking them. Where they go school, where they say, over how many thousands of picking them benefit from the free quality education. Because lately, what we learn? We learn, say, some of the principals them, some of the head teachers them, they inflate numbers. Because then they want more from government. So even that number where then they claim, say, picking them, they benefit from free education, maybe that number they say, not true. So if we go round and round and round, we don't even have a database for the picking them nas alone. Eh? We don't get. So how we go able to fix this problem? Because if we get a database for picking, and for the big one there, I think we don't begin to go halfway. We get pedophile them. They are not in the system. The system not sabi them. We get auntie and uncle them where they make fun with picking them. They peer picking them up. When girl picking begin pull Bobby, begin pull, now then first go begin to say, hey, this is not done do for married. They make fun. Say this the money man I want for her. You get some mama as speaking begin pull, but you shall get for begin bringing something in a house. So how you think say this one? Well, not alone we come out. We all. So we know exactly the cause. Not alone. When somebody who say one day social welfare don't come in. For say, oh, you want foster a child or waiting. Now you go take them, now you they come in them, now you they do this, now you they do that. Who side the system come inside? They just get a family understanding. Ain't go the full self say, there can me picking go. Let go. There go Tam. Let go help you. Let go waiting, let go help you. Some other one ain't go say, oh, can let go turn a tongue and go put on school. And the abuse, you already know. You already know the abuse. How do we fix this problem? The fundamental problem. When are the cause of all this? Even now, from where the president don't declare a state of emergency or rape, up to date, there's no forensic lab. Forensic lab no dey. And when they catch person, they put under the system. Say this is pedophile. Anytime we go, you get for go register. You say, me na people that we know picking enough for there around me, they not go save this and that. Then we don't begin. Then we don't begin for talk. We know say not start now. You don't do for years. They're not born with itself. So to some people, are just the normal. They make child marriage beaucoup. The people there, the one the more educated say, oh, before they camp well and just know, let him marry one time. I like you go be the 10th or 11th wife. Eh? Or then they can say because you get money, make you take the picking for go men. You see the big difference. I they take care of your own picking them and I they take care of the men picking. discrimination. And then they against the United Nations child rights. Because if we're ready for even, say, we want to work with the child rights, and say, oh, not for bit speaking. If a man go tell you, who does tell you so? We always get picking them, not the West. You know how candid and frank they are for telling things. In Sierra Leone, you're afraid for talk. Because even when you talk now, you then the beat. From that little age, from that small age, you're afraid for talk. Even if they harm you, even if they do this to you, it's all your fault, so you're afraid. So begin when they talk. With mentality, the culture, where they say we get, now Pekin should be mute. You did it for listen and take instructions. Listen and take instructions. How can we fix this? What are the legal policies then where we get in place? We go safeguard picking the na salon. The day we have that, you know, go see picking self they sell water. And say, oh, free education, all picking for go school, any picking then see in a market in a street, then go arrest. How long it lasts? Each 1 week safe? Each 1 week? When in safe education, all picking for go school, and no for see no picking a street, each 1 week? How serious are we? How? The safety and the well-being of Pikine Nasalon. Is it essential to we? What's in the procedure for take care of Pikin? How many Pikin them with Sierra Leone as a government get na den care? When are then they take care of? Do they have any? Before that, we get orphanage them. Who that they supervise the orphanage them? Do you even know what goes in there? You know the acts that we can take place in the orphanage then? Oh, then you say, oh, in the name of religion. This is one group, one religious group, now set them up for take care of picking them. The one that they take care of them picking them, who that they scrutinize them? Whose background check what they do on them? You say, oh, I can't mean them. Who that they scrutinize? Who that they go check the host? Who that they check the people and where they inside the host and the way they picking them, they come? Who does it? How do we want to fix this? Tripoli will say, we start with a database. We they go round and round and round and round and round. We end up back now. What's in the laws them with in place? Waiting the state, waiting the government of Sierra Leone, they do for picking them. If you see picking, where they not look the old and fine, can they step in and take, say, Kanaya, we'll go put you under force, make sure they get a better life, till they fix this. If teacher see mark or see picking they behave in an abnormal way in a school, who that the teacher they call? Not to the guardian there. Wait, you don't even know if not them they inflict that thing they party picking. Not to them back they end up call. But in the West to Saudi, when everybody then they work in team. If that they happen, you go see teacher call social services. Social service come, they don't then call police. Then can they begin make meeting? You the mama no even know. You then feel say all the thing they don't gain. So they even gonna host day. Then we just call you now say well and so do you, but then they don't keep on force. They will on investigation. Can we have that in Sierra Leone right now? Eh? Even though we get this thing say, oh, now one person they born, but it takes a village to raise a child. How much we don't benefit by that? How much? So I want we for look at this from the fundamental, the basic, the foundation. What he make, even when the president don't say state of emergency, life imprisonment, it's like nothing. He said, and then for una, will they carry out the act? We are on it. It's perfect. I know say everyone right now, it's about the late Khadija. May her soul rest in peace. We don't observe a minute of silence for him and all the other people. You will not be there at the start of the show, but we don't do that. But I know say you've been overwhelmed with the news around on her. So on this platform today, I just want us to focus on the fundamental problem. Now I will make we focus on. Make we come with wisdom for fix this. The things them way we don't do in a salon who feel say normal. It's not. It's not normal. It's not normal. And because it's not normal, we need for normalize and with the actual things, people that commit these offenses, we get them a book. We get them a book. And I believe, say, yes, a lot of people they say, oh, the first lady, now program down the hands of our girls. This one is more than program. Because the parliament get for come in, for put the laws them, and there is a lot. Financial, not to the other day, FSU, they tell we say, they don't even have money, family support unit, under, when then they deal with all in case here. They won't let them pull their own budget under police. Because police, they can say, they want them the money, then they ask for a tuboku. So they're not able to give themselves everything that they ask for. FSU said they are overwhelmed with the work, so they need finance for carry out, they need the budget for carry out their duties. Too many things on this one. But here today, you don't hear everything about waiting happen. Yes, we wait for a more, but make we begin talk about the fundamental problem here. Make we begin talk about who's check where then they check them picking there, who's check where then they check the one in our orphanage where they take care of picking, who's check where then they check people that come in contact close proximity with picking there. Who they check? Because you go say now you picking a yours, then they check, fine. But when you go to school, the teacher they do in your observation. Enable raise red flag. Do we have that in Sierra Leone? Make a call to Usman Toli. Make we hear waiting in get for it today. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, I want every listener today, let join me. Lord, we send me condolence to the parents of 5-year-old Khadija. and making soul rest in peace. No parent no go want for loss in pikin this way. It really, really, really sad. And we're not surprised where a lot of people then come out today for come protest against this evil act. And AAA, I like the way you title this one, because it's about where we will be able to find solutions to the problems then. And then we find out what are the cause of all the problems here. So what I go do, I go look at the causes then, and as I go along, I will try for recommend some of the ways them how we able to solve them problem here. Problems then, I mean sexual offenses, not the way they all over the world, but the way they happen in our country is like something way normal. Everybody just take and say this is normal. While as in other countries, although it happen, but they know say this is not crime. But in our own country, and just take and say this is not normal thing. And that's a very, very, very painful. Okay, let's dive into the issues now. Yeah. We know say the main act way guide the sexual offenses now the 2012 one. And where the president kind of power, what he do, he declare a state of emergency. Where a lot of people then criticize him, they say enough for do so. So what happened? They say the best way to do him, let he put on a parliament, let them debate on him, so that they will find a way forward. So eventually they bring the 2019 Amendment Act at Parliament. And what did that act they bring? Instead of before, I think the maximum punishment, I think, was 15 years. So it's they increase them from 15. I mean, it ranged from 15 to a maximum punishment of life imprisonment. But today, the question what I want to ask is, you say now the solution that to the problem, we don't come, we don't increase the punishment from 15 to from 15 to life imprisonment. You say now the solution that, and this is why we go back to some of the things that we already discussed now this forum. And one of them here is that now lack of implementation, and then also with institutions that don't fail with AAA. And I will tell you now why. So I will start right from there. One of the reasons then, one of the causes then, why the offenses then in that country they increase. Now because of the failure of we institutions then. The law is there. Yeah, the law is there. So imagine for a sexual offense, you get up to life imprisonment. The law is there for anybody who is involved in any kind of activity here, for let refrain from their activity here. But it's just there on the rise. So there must be some fundamental things them who are responsible for this increase in offense. And as I say, one of them, now institutions then. And I will name some of the institutions here. We all know that our country today will get the Ministry of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs. And what is the responsibility of this ministry now for social development and the rights of every Sierra Leonean, especially women them and picking them. But are they actually doing their job? You go ask yourself. And also when they come with the Sexual Offences Amendment Act 2019, we also the Ministry of Gender, Children and Children Affairs, then we come up with a strategy. What is that strategy and say, Then what involve man them for help, for fight against sexual violence. So then go set up like a phone number in every district headquarter or every hospital district, so that anybody will go and report an offense, a sexual offense case, we will call that number there. But how far they don't go with this implementation? This is not the talk. When I talk about implementation, I know the issue here. And we listen, we look at, then get a press release where they release today, then talk, say, then blame this for the COVID-19. But come on, man. You know, they're not introduced this year from 2019, towards the end of 2019. And still they talk, say, now COVID-19. Then get the policy system, then get good strategies then. But we come for implementer now, not the problem there. The Ministry of Gender, yeah, Children and Children Affairs is an important ministry where for the monitor the social well-being of especially the woman them and the pikin them. But we know they see the effectiveness of that ministry there. They don't let me down many times. So now one of the institutions that one day will fail me. And the other thing again, schools, for example. Why the government not they come up with some measures then for ensure say they, especially the girls picking them where they underage, where they go school. Why they not will come up with some strategies where they will make sure say them picking them the way they go school, especially the vulnerable, because they are all vulnerable anyway. Let them go they monitor them. Interview them picking them on a regular basis for see if they get difficulties them when they face at home. Some of them here, by so doing, then we will avoid some of them here. But we don't get nothing at their schools then they. In fact, some of them school here, now they contribute for abuse picking them. We don't see them sex for grades. The teachers themselves involved for abuse picking them. So now because there are no proper measures in place for ensure say them here not they happen at schools. And that where them picking are going to them schools then they monitor them in terms of their psychology, in terms of counseling, and all that thing. So again, the school now part of the problem. Now let's talk about the government. You come with this act. But how we go make sure say we don't come with this act? We'll be able to catch them people here and we'll bring them to justice. Now only way you provide the tool, the mechanism, we'll be able to catch them people here. Now we'll be able to bring them people here to justice. The government for don't think this first. Do we have a forensic lab where somebody go? Where somebody denies say not to do this, then we'll able to go examine them. Science, forensic science, will show say that you do them. We don't get that system there. So again, the government to a very large extent contribute. Because before they come with NTR, make sure you put the tools there in place. Again, let's talk about the judiciary. We don't see many times. In case here, go courts, they go far. Then sweep them under the carpet. So I go get trust in the system. I will contribute to the fact that people in the take say this is normal. Again, you talk about the police. How many times people in the report them crime in a police station where police bribe them, and forget about that case then, forget about that, to the files from side. So you see, now this is the talk. When we talk about the institutions, then they don't fail me. Yeah? So the institutions are just one. But again, the parental responsibility. how far the parents and they go for ensure say then picking them they are protected. Well, maybe we will talk say poverty it contributes because a good number of them with parents here, not to say they don't know what's in the problem, but sometimes then they due to poverty then the oversight. And we all grow up in Asalo, most of we know this. They receive picking as young as 10, 12, they don't get into man. They say, this one, now that man, they get for married. All that in a day, they contribute. And again, illiteracy, they influence that. Because, we know to a very large extent, about almost 70% of people, they're illiterate. So they don't know the ramifications of some of their actions here. They don't know the implications. Say, this me pikin, somebody will come abroad, now they give me pikin. Oh, this man will come abroad. I like the pikin at 10 years or 12 years. They take a gay man for like married. Because you don't know the ramification. We will not forget about culture and the religion as well. In some religion, then, they see power on all past 50, 70 years, they married small pikin. Especially in village, them paramount chief, they get them 10, 15 women, then. All accepted. Culture, religion. Yeah? One man, they married 2, 3, 4 men, them. Even young pikin, them. It's accepted, some of this religion. Yeah? So we get a lot for talk about. And then finally, we talk about lack of, I think you mentioned about that. Sorry, I mean, when I talk about religion, it's quite sensitive here. I know, see, I don't want to let person get me wrong because myself, Muslim, I don't mean, say, but, I feel say, forgive somebody, I mean, 2, 3 women then, some of them, they don't understand what in the Islam states clearly about marrying 2, 3 women then. The Islam make it quite clear, say, you can only marry 2, 3 women then where you will afford. But most of them not afford them. They just go about for marriage for the sake of marriage. Yeah? And for the sake of poverty. So I don't get anything against Islam because we self-religious. But people that they misuse the perception and the way how they interpret the religion is wrong. And then lack of, you mentioned about that AAA, and this is very important. The lack of national database. A lot of things when you go to that country today, we don't know about them. This is not just a tip of the iceberg, to be honest with you. What in the happen at them villages then they? Yeah, we don't know about them today. Because we don't get a record of how much speaking in that country today. Even the school will be feel say and will give you the correct data, numbers, statistics of picking them in that country. They don't get that. And all due to corruption, all anything. Yeah? So until we get a correct database, we will tell you the number of picking them, we're going to that country today. Who are the parents where they look after that picking day? Yeah? Who school where they go? Yeah? How we go able to make sure say that picking day, when no can school today? Yeah? They go no say that picking day no can on that school day. So all the factors here. Now I think say where the president become with the initiative for this digitization business, for digitize most of the institutions then. Now be a very good idea. But where is the implementation? Where is the implementation? We know we don't talk about this over and over at AAA. We talk about the blockchain, where it will play a very important role in terms of digitization. But where are we today with that blockchain? Yeah? Then they inflate the data. Until we get 10 things here right, it will be very difficult for law try find permanent solutions to this. We know they call for a permanent solution, to be honest, because these crimes, they're all over the world, even Saudi. But the idea of what are they trying for Turkey is, in Sierra Leone, almost 75% of the people, then they take and say, it's normal for abuse picking them. We school them, for example. Now, school now, where we expect, say, a safe place for girl picking them. Now, then the teachers them back and then they abuse the picking them. Now, they abuse them. Thank God, this small to this government will step up some volunteer, sex for grades. You know? It only happened not to today, not to this government, not to this past government. It only happened for a very long time. So, now Shalom is like a normal thing. Now that's what they try for talk. So how we go to minimize Lentia until Lentia will address you. Yeah? The institutions then, parental responsibility, you know, the national database, yeah, institution, especially that of the Ministry of Social, Gender and Children Affairs. You get a very important role for play. Now that we charge with the responsibility for ensure, say, we sister them, we woman them, and as well as picking them, they are well looked after. So now that number one put on the table, like a chance to other callers them. Thank you very much, Triple A. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Tori. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Make a call, Taisatu. Make we waiting in get for it today. Yes, Taisatu, you get the platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone. To all the Sierra Leoneans, them in Sierra Leone and across the globe, you know, in terms of this news about this child, you know, 5-year-old girl we lost in life due to sexual abuse. Yes, we government and the First Lady, and we don't put something in place which will really help in terms of sexual abuse, sexual violence against women, you know, and rape. Unfortunately, we still see them kind of thing that, so they're very sad. And it's really disappointing and heartbreaking, you know, to see these kind of things happening in this 21st century. And I don't know which person in their right senses and in right mind really go do that act there. So I really say there's some, you know, so many factors where they cause them kind of thing there, so they happen, you know. And for those men that does it, I just feel like there's some psychological problem that's going on, as well as, you know, some men, but because boys can also can get abused. So the women, then whether they do them, whether not both men and women, I believe there's so many psychological factors that have to do with this whole thing will happen. And also so many other factors and why make you feel say they happen in Africa or Sierra Leone, you know, will be focused on today. Culture, not a factor. Poverty, not a factor. Fear of speaking, not another factor. And the fact that we not get measures in place for ensure, say, this child, you know, is well taken care of when it comes to their health, when it comes to the child in well-being, in growth and development, you know, so many measures and we lacking. We I feel say as we President and the First Lady put this in place, now a good one for help with country, for look one at that dark side day. But I believe say them for also work with people them way be say them what, you know, try to put many other different things in place to ensure that these things does not go, you know, being addressed, like, you know, they're not going to avoid to address them, like they will address them constantly. So some of the things and when me still say, then for them they put in place where these things come up, then forget National Child Abuse Hotline, where we say, then they mandate anybody where they take care of a child, right? Anybody where they take care of a child, that includes the healthcare workers, that includes the teachers, that includes social workers, that includes child care centers, that includes anyone, because I want to tell you the way you come to hospital, where you report a child abuse and where you report an elderly abuse, not the same. The way it's being done is different. The child abuse is at a higher grade compared to the elderly abuse or domestic violence, right? So the child should never feel like it hurts to be a child. No one should feel that way growing up, right? I know you asked a question, if we reflect on how our own lives were growing up. I was fortunate not to experience those things, and I'm grateful and thankful to my brothers because they were like soldiers. I have curfews, right? And that's because probably so many different reasons for that. But also everybody get that, upbringing or that rules then in their household. So some picking and they like you rightfully mentioned, then can go take them picking and then count them. Now they wholesale and they lend them. But then they abuse the picking them. Then yesterday I was watching something by, it was directed on KTV, something about Hands of Our Girls. It's a recent one, just done in Sierra Leone by Henrietta Bauer. I believe that's her name. She directed that movie. It's a series. So that alone, we should all watch that. That just give us some kind of example of what they really do go on. The woman is afraid say, if the Pekin report the case, it lost his husband, how it would take care of himself, in no go school. Those things are some of the factors, like I said, poverty, fear of speaking, right? So the statistics really, they tell me, say, 1 in 3 girls are sexually abused, right? 1 in 3 girls are sexually abused. And even the boys, this is not just for the girls, I want to say, right? This is now on LawrenceKidsStatistics.com. So 1 in 5 boys are sexually abused before they turn the age of 18. Same goes for 1 in 3 girls are sexually abused before they turn 18. And in general, 1 in 5 children are solicited sexually while on the internet before they turn 18. So don't pay attention to that. As we begin them, to use the internet, make sure you use parental guidance and control. And then when they sexually abuse them, I believe them for also register as sex offender. But how? How then we will do that? We will not get a data-based system. We will help track all that things. Right? Once you don't register as a sex offender, there are so many things that you will not be allowed to do. In the U.S., I'm sure around the globe, in other areas too, I'm not saying everywhere around the world, but like many advanced countries. So if we want to do something, I think it would be very nice to also put all these things in place. And the school system, it would be very nice to get psychologists, also social workers there, now the school system. So you can, as the nurse, they assess the Pekin based on the symptoms them, what they call, whenever there's a forensic evidence, they have something called the sane nurse. So that's a sexual abuse or sexual assault nurse. Where they assess the person, the victim, right? Do a physical assessment on really to identify some of the things and way, really, it's just too much for the child to speak to anyone else, right? They do that privately, right? They do like GYN exams and all the 9 yards and take specimen that will definitely be the cause for you to really identify, say, this line of the person will abuse this child, right? So those are things that need to be put in place. And by doing that, it can really help. And also, forget trained nurses or trained healthcare providers then in how to assess the victim, knowing that this abuse happened maybe a day or two ago, to know, this bruise where it gets you, it don't happen, maybe not to today, no more happen. It don't happen maybe multiple times. You see them all bruise mark them, the way they slap the person, the way they hit the person, it's something very fresh and something very old, very easy for no. If you really train to assess these kids or the women that are being abused, right? So, and it's for me, we not put that in there in place. We not ready for like this done in our country. And I really ask all those who are doing it, if you're doing it for that pleasure that you think you're getting, you're not. You just kill the child. And you don't cause the one that way kill. You don't cause them so many psychological problems that way they will live with them for the rest of their life. Which, it's going to cause so many bad things for their life. That can make the person not even do something right. When you take a child to a pediatric, appointment, then they do some form of assessment. And then they focus on the growth and development aspect, but they also want to focus on the home. Who's the picking they come up? Is there any safety concerns? What are some of the activities that we begin to do? What are some of the environmental factors then we begin to live in? So as the child coming, but now we don't take for physical exam, and they see the questions that when they ask, and they encounter a point for the teenagers, then they ask the parent, they left the room, so they can ask the child alone. That's confidentiality. But we will not get that. An officer will get that to the point we shall forget them, so that the child will feel comfortable for talk, say something to go wrong and the host. So I'm okay to say that, right? So it's really, I send you like a little picture because I have a lecture. I've done a lecture on child abuse, and I think this is something I would like to talk about. There's a 42 slides, that I would like to talk about one day. We find it the time to talk about this. The kid said, it shouldn't hurt to be a child, right? And that's how this speaking done, in your case, don't be. Just because she was a child, she couldn't say something to prevent her from dying because of some selfish gain. That's what happened to her. And I pray and we hope that this does not happen to another child. I know it has happened before and it's happening. But how can we fix it? We're really calling on all the stakeholders that can really advocate for child abuse in that country and make it a mandatory for people that can report it when it needs to be reported. And also, the jail time, now one thing, but then what else is in place? That's what we want. And we do want justice for this young lady, Khadija. May her soul rest in peace. I have a 12-year-old daughter. So I hope nothing like this for her, neither any of my nieces or anybody in your Pekin who I don't even know. So really, today I want to stop for today. And I hope we can really come up with things that we will help for and this the country. Look good. Not really look good. I want to say hashtag Sierra Leone. It's really sad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aisato. Make we count us friend, make we waiting it gets for we. Yes,
hello,
friend, you get the platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. And thanks to Aisato and previous speaker. I will just try and make a bit short. So the speaker, they don't really elaborate and more things. The first thing I just want to comment on, we say sorry first for the extent of sympathy and condolence to the loss of this Pekin, unfortunately. Even a lot of stories there behind that, but the one underlying reasons. But in the first place, the one everybody don't they say, and even myself these days, recently there was something called a virtual platform where in the very day they hold, not to the one on the or first of you get two-way hold. You get the one way being hold on the children, and they hold one prior to that to an organization. And they mention most of these things. If I know something about that, then they hold on the virtual platform. I think them through EYV with some leaders, them and some people, medical advisors, and some people no more around the world. So the ladies and me suggest different things. But during this suggestion, Mr. didn't just pick up that point they were in, then they suggest to them. In the young point, in the lady, the young first lady, which is very good, the initiative. But the unfortunate thing, no more way this thing become being, two things they lack. Will not be get enough facilities for money to this, because most of the homes, the place them wouldn't be don't put, and then call them family support units, wouldn't be don't open at the police station there. The McKinney and all the provinces, them, Freetown, Bo, Kenema, they open all these branches, which was a new initiative. In fact, it be not even day before then why I come. You see, I think they don't set them up. But when they set them up, I don't know why they're not being get and think of expanding it. Expanding it in the sense that they don't get, first of all, then train psychologists, because then they go for training, then they go from violence again, like in terms of domestic violence, all those things. But they're not being empowered them in areas of DNA, transportation, and then documentation area. Because one time they hold that debate they back with time ago. So they're not being able to forget the structure of the DNA system. Then they're not being get the structure too much of the one for say how they will able to confidentiality of some of the information. Yeah, wouldn't be factors they wouldn't be bring. And I believe see some of this they may bring them to the table of some of them who concern this campaign they do so. But this how they feel in that area there, because the DNA test itself, and this same machine wouldn't they use for even this virus who they talk so. Now the same machine, the only thing no more you do now the settings and the type is different no more slightly. But I same PCR but with different chemicals there. All right, if I don't just think of trying to get one among those who don't get tried, if now one for to put on, they even do not get Bokuna Salo now, but I believe there are quite a lot if they mean just put one day. Well, if there was none, we don't know able to say that we use what to get, there was still an option for don't raise those funds. Back up and get ready, because you go into the battle, you know, when you reach the battle, you ask for weapons. You want to get every weapon because it's not weaponry, not a battle for kill person, but a battle now for combat against sexual violence and sex predators them among young girls them, and even the one that say we grown up and physically assault them by raping them. But how you will set up Uganda for set up, say, I don't get this, I don't get this, I don't get this in place before I come for fet this as a nationwide for revamp them. Because if you don't do it, when I revamp them. So that revamping point, these are the things where people don't look. But I don't want people they look say, oh, the people do not do efforts. The people do not do efforts when they institute this. We are suggesting that this nothing what them before don't do. If we for make it effective, if there was room for that, because I don't know the budget. But if there was room for that, now these are the first things they've implement. So when they bring the system, the law don't already on the floor in parliament, everything on the floor. Then after now, you go out for blow the trumpet, say, and they go province to province for hands and out of our girls. You see, it is very good, but everybody get a strategy. And they say, if it will have been where everything day, money day, facilities day, or you look out for way forget them, these are the things. Because when you they can out for announce them, you are ready now to attack. When you say then the court done the parliament for all agree for pass the law as an act. It did a bump, then the forensic system it did ready. You get the psychiatric system, you get the counseling system, you get the documentation, the computer information day. All those things are ready. You put them in place. Then anything what you say go now, it is flowing. But those are the few areas where are loopholes. But I believe say they will not just come and say yes, that we have failed that system and so we'll do it. But I'm sure people are taking these things on board. Because the other important thing where I just want to mention during the virtual platform, there was a suggestion where somebody suggests when we look into it very good. It gets waiting again. Don't forget about the sentence. Sentence is there. Okay. Then forget about again, they make this is there, which is good. The conviction is there, but the area of psychiatric problem. And there are psychiatric problems related to sex offenders. Now, which man they call them pedophilia. It's in an abnormality. They get away for treatment. How then they treat them? Then they give what they call anti-libidinal drugs, medication. That then when they act for limits your sexual drive, when the libido, then they act like a suppressing towards your hormones as a male. They get the other one wouldn't they give in another form. They get 1 and 2. But anytime I took out then they will go into that and not keep people along. But the idea of the summarize here, these are all things for you they beef up. Don't let we want to go cook lasas. You buy this, you know, in a cassava leaf, I will put granite leg, all fine. So these are all ingredients. So but these are just the latter part of it. In the front side, I didn't and day where they put the laws, you don't put the forensics and they ready in case somebody they deny all those things in place. Then you get the people who are for counsel, they get the digital system where they work and other things then. But in that area, then somebody may suggest during that Zoom virtual platform, let them think about this. But it being just they look at the physicality of the punishment during that virtual platform because they no more be daily. And I they think of suggesting this point why I've been doing that virtual platform to run, but the virtual platform will be made for the children on June the 16th. It was just too much when I begin and day. I thought just take a chance. But the idea is I'm sure people are listening that these are the things then we go put alongside punishment. Even the person going to jail itself, like he still get that human right where they get that treatment. Because likely we don't go ever do it forever. I go come on back, you go do the same thing. But these are treatments and counseling we don't get for things. But it will be the last resort for beef up this type of system. And then the picking them try to identify those who are vulnerable. You know me saying a picking them, but this a picking over in a well-to-do host, on an average at least. So the person been so close to them. So people are not able to identify things they wouldn't for them they say low the bondage. So these are the kinds of things where they look. Whether they picking, they look after them, whether they live with, where they kind of school like Santoli or other people, they say they get the data of these children. They know children who are more vulnerable to the one they with at the house. They get frequent visits. It could be identified by teachers for able to see that where they say need a special training. Like what then they do? Because that training, they even in UK, I remember it camp, which was very intense. They involved the teachers, them. There were cases that would pull them, they get those kids. In fact, yes, and to be sex, them, they punish people in the house, they kill them. So then bring all those things on board. But I only hope, say, then go think about these things where then they try for improve anything. But I they tell them, say, it's possible they don't know, say, that PCR what they soon as one pound and then go use them all. Therefore, we just go buy chemical. I don't know because everybody, you can't tell because just like we've been there as alone, not be no say, that stone would in a low Sharon, that stone would they pull money. Pass with man can't tell you this is an iron all the inside it. Because we don't know, we not go say we know. They will not blame them. But I believe say that PCR, if now one part of them take, then they will the converter, they buy all the they buy the reagents. Because instead the test for DNA. But we'll see if somebody will able for area, any platform will lock it for lens area and one of the things there. Now that one no more me want for try, I just put forward. I don't want to keep people in time too long. But let them they think of these things. Whenever you bring a strategy, always remember to go to the start and look from where these people have lacked, then I take up from it. If that culture is there in any environment, we are going to develop. You see, we'll just for avoid say this man, I don't begin this, let me not involve partner, or if they make, well, let me try show something different. You show something different by improving it. I go, well, I go be helpful more. And some of the leaders, now leaders are really, they actually like to say about punishment, law beat them, but they are always contradictory. Because if you are telling me about beating somebody, and if you're telling me about women, you get up to beat somebody, and then you will start to think. And if you tell me about you, they try for say, let people not go up and social gathering. They say let women and grab. If you 3, 4, 5 women and grab for beat person back, all land in a crowding. Apart from that again, it not go work well because they might kill the person, then the justice collect the information we they need from my no go get them. So these are all things. We know say it is very hot, it's very painful. We know say mortal man there, especially we Africans, some of them are discipline once hard, but sometimes they know no more what they say to people in a way wherein they know the force is there. You're not even get for threatening them because everything is there in place. As long as everything there is in place. But if they put again aggressiveness and then together you have to pass a message, sometimes the message they go, but people then they look at it two ways. And when people they look at two ways, especially when there is an opposition, then we always use that side day for begin the leak and try for saboteur. Sometimes set people who they reason out, who are neutral, who want for help the country. Whether he didn't have this party, not this party, he will say no. I know I not going to listen to this. But those are just the things who I just want to bring up. Thank you very much for giving the platform, and thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Tony, you get a platform.
Yeah, Abraham, good evening and hello everybody who they listen. It's disheartening, especially for we when our parents and you get girl picking them with this alone. When I see that thing, I'm not able to sleep because I imagine I see that you did over 6,000 miles off them, and they can be a victim tomorrow as well. Just like how Khadija becomes a victim. God forbid that, you understand? You didn't identify the faith, you try for, provide better life for them or try for save them future. It is happening, condolence to the family. But again, Abraham, you say this thing, they on the increase. I can always tell you that this your program. I don't tell you see, Africans, especially Sierra Leone, you get for kill dog before dog for let dog no say die day. The laws are there in the books. How many laws do we have in the books? We should not be waiting for this thing to happen and then we become reactive. It's a state of emergency. We all see the noise, rumor, how many thousands of dollars or millions they would spend behind the launch of these things. We see a lot of paperwork. This is an ounce of our gas, ounce of our gas. After a few months, they go into thin air. Nobody knows you with the wait. And you likely say, if somebody caught in this act, they get right for be sentenced to life imprisonment. Name me 2 cases or 1 case where say they're not sentenced to life imprisonment. The laws are there. They're definitely there. But they have so many interference with the verdict or so many interference with police, even from the police. Some of these matters are not going up court. Instead, when they happen, you see the same family, they win a victim of the situation, go get a kind of police station, can't tell the police officer, they say, oh, who they are the superintendent or whoever, they deal with the matter. Oh, will you go settle on us? Afterward, then go down bribe them, then go down beg them, use imam or use pastor or use this for go beg the family. If we have laws, you set precedents. The laws are there. The laws are actually there. You set precedents. I mean, man, I'm not going to say it not go happen, but it could be very minimal at the rate at which they happen. If we education, sensitization still they go on, you don't need to do too many sensitization. Just one where say yes. Especially the local radio stations them or where they within the area, because some of these acts then they happen with them, then villages them. Villages and town, then small corners of Sierra Leone, then they happen every day. It's a daily occurrence. But if they have strong laws, precedents where them go set on any victim, where people then go be able for reference to, hey, you see that guy with me died today, or that guy with them, what's their sentence to what's their people will stop. They will definitely stop. Even this corruption, we will talk about so many things that will happen. We are not setting precedents. Like then place here where them must do curry, they say criminal offender reports in information, where them go do somebody to go find job. Where some of them think they mitigate against you, where you go find job, they come against you, then they haunt you. They don't even give you the job because of your past record. You see, people don't know they do them. But we in Sierra Leone, if we not start for do then see how we do background of certain people everywhere they go find job, then see how they want to say, people will not stop, even in other corrupt practices, even in other things that we don't cost the nation for the Usai Deso. They need to set precedents. We don't need for them, when they get everything where don't happen now. You see everybody, they can now, they say, answer for gas, now that's you see people in the post, now that's it. This should have been a trend. This should have been a trend because these are things, it's an emergency. The presidents we all see, the first lady was the champion. We see invited our first lady, then come, they make a lunch. It should not stop there. Not a thing where for just stop here and say, hey, they don't make money, they don't this or not that. No. This should be a daily occurrence. Sensitization, education. So people they know. Yeah, if they teach you on this act, some of us they feel them because we get our picking there. You understand? We get for that picking there. We did it. You understand? Even the teachers, if the teachers they not say yes, if you involve in a situation where you get grade for sex for grade, you don't go do that. You know, go definitely do that because you know the repercussions. You know exactly what's in there behind the what's in. So we need to set precedents. It's not unfortunate, a small picking like this. Don't be victim today. There are thousands, there are hundreds of them picking where they happen every day. Every day now in our country. And people then they do them, the perpetrators then they do them and go free. We they plead to government. Like this not just be this case, we back like a dog, we see stranger, then after which we silence. It has to be something because they make them an emergency because they think need on the rampant. They think need on the increase. Let me the government, the president and wife me come up with and say they need for put some modalities in place or treat them as a priority. But after that, nothing has been done. Everything you just tell like we put petrol or kerosene per wood, it plays, it died down. When this to happen back, somebody don't come to a petrol back. We don't see it go die down back. Until other person fall victim again. I mean, the laws has to work, brother. Yeah, therefore work. If you don't work, plenty they would happen in our country. Now, some of them go there, brother. This is not to tell people and therefore be labored on. You understand? It's not rocket science. It's not theory. You know, it's just implementation, brother. Let the justice system work. Let them stop interference with some of these verdicts. I mean, that's my own take, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Make we call to Belford. Make we hear you. Waiting in get for we. Yes, Belford, you get a platform.
Yeah, good evening, Abraham. Just like I think the previous caller before Tony said, like the caption we give, look at the fundamental problem, even with President Echibi don't say national emergency, we don't launch and so far, guys, but it still continue. Because I think, say, Abraham, over the years, one of the main problems in a saloon, every fiber of the moral fabric don't broke down in that country. So now the thing that with this issue, you know, may I get three perspectives to this. People are looking at like Khadija today. People went to the street today with placards. People are doing hashtag. We all they go on social media, but that won't help. It not go ever stop because we should decide now. Say okay, let's take action. And for me, it begins from like the society. We as man, we all. I think it's high time we left for see woman there as objects for use. Like let we in Salon and in some parts of Africa, there are some people who just feel to say, forget do my man that do business with woman, even you have now you right. No. If now so that we don't teach ourselves, let us get off that mentality because you know where they are abroad. I can tell you know say woman. I could tell you an example. I went to the US for holiday 3 years ago. We didn't have this pool. So the woman in the pool, half naked. Once they were coming close to us, the guy we came go, they say me malo left here. He said because for watch too much, for not take to no come on na prison again. Why? Because of good laws. You know, the society, even the church that somebody say the church, the mosque, therefore they teach on anything and they teach against from when people they're small as boys, they don't know say woman they not to not to property. Not to pray. You understand? Don't get that thing. You go see, man, I don't in a salon. Now we come down my country, I don't way person talk say, picking the go school, they say, I give you 3 months to the broke your foot. People let me they laugh. Because now the norm, people don't take like now the normal thing. Person then go smack woman, then go touch woman appropriately, people then go laugh, and the woman themselves then go laugh because it has become the norm. And we go for stopping the civilized society, then anything we go for the try for eradicate. And secondly, the parents them. One parent, I guess 6-year-old girl picking. Parents them for take time and spend time with them picking and guide them, protect them. You just see people you talk about picking out they sell granite. Me man, you put this thing aptly, them picking out they sell granite, water, orange, banana. You just see woman, you ask them, hey, but where you picking? For money, been there, I don't see them. Maybe that picking there under 10 years. They don't even care. Maybe so they get one belly, you get one picking and back. So even the parents, they don't even know. They don't say parenting is a job, it's a full-time job. If you know, so you're not ready for men picking, you're not ready for train picking, you don't go born picking. Because you get for look, My 6-year-old daughter, I tell him, Mama, I say, please, I say, I want you to talk to his speaking. From when he became 3 years, I say, tell her, say, even if when I'm daddy, touch her inappropriately, let it report to you. Likewise, anybody, let it tell you. Because now you know to trust people. You know, go born you picky, you trust some people. Like go say, look, you, but then man, they can just say, me small wife. Look, you man, you small wife, you know, it too. You small wife, no get lunch, all on and then lose talk and they lead to them thing. Because in a city, you don't go look people picking 3 years old or 5 years old or 6 years, or even 10, me small wife. Big man in 60 years, and then we don't accept them, so tell people in their life. Look, you man, they come. All that time they contribute to this. So parents can get work. If you as a parent, no matter how poor you are, you can't pick, you not allow any decision on a man lap. Treat everybody, even in that way, as a suspect. Because this is the world we live in. There's so many mad people around. And lastly, like everybody don't talk, government. This thing should go beyond speeches and declaration now. Yes, government it should make a very, very good move for carry this law on parliament and parliamentarian and pass them. But when they pass them, almost parliamentarian and take this law, go educate them people and go to their village and say, if they catch you do my man that they business with small picking or we not agree. Now life imprisonment or almost pan do them because some of these guys are guilty. Now that country don't see sex tape of big people and politicians that they come out. Not nothing, not the norm. Now that country don't see people and they find them guilty of corruption. And these are the same people they see on TV, they talk on morality. Now that country so government will take this thing very serious. And people are saying justice for Khadija, justice for Khadija. Until we get a forensic lab, let me say, Abraham, you set the pace well. Until we get a forensic lab. Because in the absence of a forensic lab, I tell you, possibly not get sababu, purpose in this country, then go the lie param. Once they don't like you, then go say, that picking, they go send the picking, go say, this man raped me. Now jail you go so for life. But if that in a day, denial no go there. If they said a high profile minister, I think the last government they may accuse of rape. Waiting to be only evidence, they say they see the girl in comb, he left in comb and the guest house. Comb, can you imagine? If they may get serious lawyer, that case they not get no merit because you know say because you left you comb, he might rape you. I'm not talking for him, but also forensic analysis been there, they do the DNA testing, profiling. They not say now you know they argue. Even if you go life in prison, when they set the example, why you feel say people know rape every day in America? When they go to club, people in the past, now in summer in Europe, if you see how them picking the dress, you crazy. You know they watch on 2 times because you know the ramification. You know they watch on 2 times. You know they watch on 2, you know crazy. You know they are them part of the world, they don't mind the dress half naked. You don't turn your eye. Even if they call you, some man go tell you, say, me man, they want and they give people a below common at them. Because you know what's in the behind. But Salon now, okay, thank God don't make you move away for blame the victim there. But now wait till be well. Why is go dress so? If the woman dress it drunk now, I know somebody, I then I country where somebody come out with impadi, the opposite sex. The woman drunk, this guy take and can go now and host his slept. And that guy is having a lifetime imprisonment now. Because the woman wake in the morning and report him. Let we get our culture the back in our country. Let morals return to that society. Say, woman, not to think for you, it's not to your property, not to like where you bat right, where you get access to it. Say, you accept now, woman, where you married, you wife. You know the right for saying a native for leader, now you right. Let's understand that say, woman and not to object. For big now listening this conversation, the cow program. But it's for be woman na salon from school, for na workplace, na community, it's difficult. So it's high time, like you say, it's just about Khadija. Let's get this conversation and let we act on it. That's some young contribution.
Thank you very much, Belfort. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. You name and also the call from, please.
Concerns for Leone. Good morning, Triple J from your side here.
You get a platform.
Thank you very much. Once and foremost, I want to send my condolences to the family and the poor girl we lost in life, especially that fine, the PK is too fine, it's too cute, for let something short, something like this happen to her. And this all boils down to a broken society where we live today. And this not to rape, not specifically to one particular tribe, race, or region. The raping until they happen now, one of the challenges that every country they face in the world, even at the Western world, what we did today. But laws and stringent measures and mechanisms and educations, at least they reduce the rate at which they happen. And the victims them get justice. when you look at the African setting, let's talk about Sierra Leone. Waiting to make rape in the continue now with society is the culture, the beliefs that when you get a suspicion or somebody rape you begin, you know, for voice out that to the public. Maybe talk about like the raping, not only centered to one specific country, race or region. Now a global problem, now a global challenge with every society they face. But how will I educate the public? How will I count mechanism, empowering the police, empowering the victims, giving confidence to the women or the victims to speak up of what they go through? They play a very important role. Why make in most African society, more especially like Sierra Leone, why make raping the continue? Is the silence of women, is the silence of the victim. And that's all centered towards the cultural beliefs that, if they rape you, if you go to Kaino, go get married again, or it make the family get bad name. All them see away center, they make the people when are victims, then they get confidence to come out and speak out with what they go through. And the families, again, more especially with mama and with sisters, they're waiting at the homes then. Sometimes they see them things here, they happen. Because the beginning they communicate, especially the rape that happen to minors. They just happen overnight. The begin they explain, but the most time we need to listen to them. When somebody touch a minor, he always the social sign in behavior they change, in body language they change. Sometimes they can't talk to the mama or to the sisters, so person do me. But what do they do? Most are going to set him out. I made the thing come out. Now then thing they will need for change. Now then they believe they will need for put on and forget about them cultural beliefs then they. Now we look at again in society. This not only it go across every member of the society, from politician to the last person. You see most time during elections, when some of them politicians can go to them or say, if you get sex with a virgin before ever he gets this power, you see and people A. But now look at the rate where don't reduce. Wait when they say election, you see the amount of picking they would go down rape, then they kill them. That picking can say they can kill during election, not to say that the body part only they can pull most time. A lot of time now, we see the Moriman can tell they say if you rape this person, so they can rape the person at the end of the pass and kill her. So all them see are there bad beliefs here within our society. Even the Christian society, the Islamic societies, them. Everybody across involved in these things. All they need for do is for empower the police and make the victims then talk within the happen with them. You see what happen with the Catholic mission in America. The victims they mostly will become affected. Even in America, rapid case will happen. Where a key stakeholder inside Italy, inside Rome, waiting to the Pope, where create a sexual assault against somebody many years ago. Yeah, the victims they talk. In Africa, the culture of silence, they empower more the people them where they cause this thing for continue for doing to women them. The women them are there for empower themselves and speak out. Public education is key. Make sure the public is highly educated about sexual education. That when you become raped, not tamper with the evidence, no worse, not change your clothes ID, present that to the police. But even if you have the mechanism of forensic science, if you not educate on the person how to preserve the evidence, that if you don't become a rape victim, if you preserve that evidence, for go worse, for change your clothes, how did it happen to you, present yourself straight to the police station, and irrelevant. Even now they teach you that's what they do with job. So you see, that is very important. Again, what thing they cause rape? Man left for show power to woman a lot. It is here and say when you force woman to sex, you empower them, you feel say you are supreme. Now, none of the ways that the way man they do for subdue or for suppress women, even people who are married. That is counterproductive. That is very, very negative. That is wrong. The person forgets a consent. Again, what man they can do can cause rape. You can see man they can get a bottle of alcohol, take woman they say, I got the look and do this. From there, go get sex with them. That is raping. Because if they induce somebody where they get the cognitive power for reason, as for consent. So if you go rape that, if you go sleep with that woman the way they under the influence of alcohol, in this part of the world, not a crime, not a rape, because the person they under the influence of alcohol, they're not in the right mind of judgment for give a consent. So if the woman gets an awareness, he finally say he rape her. If you report that to the police, he regret that action, and report that to the police. Now raping. So you get a lot of things in our society where they boil down, where they cause rape. You get the use of drugs. You get the war where don't happen. then the pornographic audio videos them through WhatsApp now way easy for access. You know, if somebody they watch pornographic videos them all the time now in life, they get the tendency for rape. And now it don't become so easy and accessible. For say for let's see pornographic movie. How you go say, but now anybody, mind myself gets phone now, they see people they send all kinds things away pornographic. Then they all they ignite sex arousal. Then again, if somebody gets the obsession for sex, too much desire for sex, they get tendency for cause rape. So it gets a lot of factors then. And a lot of the minors, the way they rape now society, now people the way sabi them. Either their brothers, their nephews, their sisters, their cousins, the people who are the same house, and the people or the neighborhood then. It's not easy for stranger. Most stranger they rape a minor, but in all reality, if you take the statistics, 95% of the minors the way they rape in Africa, more especially in Sierra Leone, now people the way sabi them. So the culture of rape therefore changed through public education, making the people make we hear from the minors them, the people make we learn for listen from the beginning. Again, for say when somebody dress up, cut or drop lipstick, then you go when somebody on the dress with dress, then they go rape you. You know, instead of victimize the people the way they cause the raping, the victim then at the back will they put pressure and where they listen to. What about people men the way they rape dog? You want to say that dog get lipstick, that dog tie lapa? So these are things that happen. What about the Chris woman then? Where they see man they go rape a Chris woman? You want to say this Chris woman go to the that's just a bad habit. So a lot of them are bad habits. So one thing will change that now when women in the land for speak up and through public education. That's the way happened to that kid. Now one of the saddest things in the history of Sierra Leone will ever happen. Legal and good road. The leader became justice. I thank you very much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. You make call this other caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Caller on the US line.
Yeah, this is not Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get a platform, your contribution, sir.
You know, all the panelists that are making very important points there about this issue. My own contribution is one, is say, now with culture and with some of with tradition in Sierra Leone, which some of them now they don't put with BN, some with cultures and tradition, now they don't put with BN. Now, there's some of we leaders there, because some of we religious leaders there, and some of we official leaders there back don't contribute to this rape problem. Yeah. You know, me, I get 4 picking. I get 2 girls, 2 boys, 15, 2 girls picking at 15 and 10. I know how that feels. Nobody, no parent, no happy on that issue. The need for pass a strong law, and even call a Khadija and call law, rape case, for make sure a strong discipline. Because you, as you say, some of them think they are not no more now. What is the goal apply? I'll give you an example. This thing happened around 1995 at Sabo Street. This became a deformed, a disability. Fine picking, very, you know, it work out crutches. Fine picking, this picking, I think she was around 10 or 11. This big man, one know, now a large in the community. It go, it pass, you know, they give the piquet lunch. I mean, they get money, they go to. One day, the piquet fall sick. I don't know if now fix it get or something. They can't go to this large because they teach piquet then at the community Arabic and all that. So they go pull myself, what is your panel? They go there, lock here, that piquet in that room. That man molest that girl piquet there. The way the answer said that the devil will pull panel. That thing happened 30 days. That Monday, but thank God they may done that. And not so that one of the punishment. So many things that they go, not to evidence. As you mentioned, one day we go there, where they didn't have their orphanage there. Then disability there. The one they were not the talk, then deaf and dumb picking there. All the one they did. And I believe the government need for establish a social worker where they would go to their school and beat them because another day they pay for. They pay them. Then they go to their primary school, secondary school, they teach the picking there. They cancel them one by one. Even if not for the old days, before they sit down at the office, they go to the school there, call them picking there. I mean, not all picking there. They're going to see, observe situation. Because some picking there, they during lunchtime, maybe you will see sit down by himself. Or maybe not a play, or maybe not it. You use psychology panel. You call the picking, ask her, interview, what did you go? And I make that the place social workers for the do that thing. They let them go now the school there. Even the boy picking themselves. You see the thing they from lunch. Even some I don't see I know I'll give you an example. I know I was violated when I was young, 10 years old. 1980. Now lunch, but some of the picking are not technology, don't they? Picking the way you picking small bubble lunch, you just sweeter. They're not the bubble themselves, they're not even come up out because they said don't they enjoy the thing there now. So before you realize they don't sweet inside, they're not even report. Because the teacher or that woman, they give her money, they buy lunch for her, they buy clothes for her, they don't sweet her. But the girl picking they are the more worst. Now the more worst. You know, they left for the camp so many ways. As somebody mentioned, one of the panelists, you see big man who call small picking small wife. They always say, my wife, you don't eat today, look 100 years. Now, so in the beginning. And then, they back, we'll not forget some spiritual thing involved inside that. Some of them, now, the papa, they don't do their spirit, the part of them people they are back. Because, we see small picking, you get feeling for it. If not to spirit, they bear you back. If we look the spiritual side back, because there is no pleasure on that side there, where you go into the able on Japan's small picking. The left for come with a strong law. Social workers the need for stand strong this time, not for the Karija normal one. What did you go? Even the big woman, I saw one case, we don't bring her at this panel. One chief where they rape na upline part under the name of society. How that case they? You get any idea about that, truthfully? How you end up?
Not at all, sir.
Look at that. Just under the name of society, world society. But look, I say some of the traditions there and culture and they cause them problem there. Because when they want to do bad, they go put society. That woman did abuse her for nothing. They say not to one man or two man. That case there will not rebut against them. It just died sorrowful. Well, kind trauma that woman they're going to go with now. Where she don't think every day. So, look at it, maybe you go even turn a laughing stock at the community back. And these are some of the things they left for the way they don't do. Like one of the main important things I want to say before I close. Now technology don't improve. Even if we not get the database for register the sex offender, nobody put the picture in a TV. Put the picture in a social media, WhatsApp, now, newspaper. They call the name. Hey, if you see Mohammed, so, now so you do, now tall person and black, now so you, not for the around, now picking them. If they, where any side, where go both self, they don't see, somebody don't see a picture on a TV, they don't see a picture on a newspaper, you don't read your name. Believe me, nobody, that will make you afraid. If we not get the database for put them inside the system, but let's start from there first. Begin every TV from morning to afternoon. Anytime before they go from TV, not the TV they go far. Blast the picture there. Joe so. Now name this. Now so you black and white. Now so the abuser of picking them. They not go near you picky. Anytime I see picky around, I call police for her. Then they go to start for the help for bring down some of this crime. Now they make a stop. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, AAA. Na Adama, I call from New York.
Yes, Adama, I get a platform.
This is a very sensitive issue and very difficult to talk about. Because first of all, they say a charity begins at home. And because of our culture, and some people they take disadvantage of these children. Me don't want to tell you something about when we can travel home AAA. We neighbor them. We neighbor na Mauritania. That woman gets so many pikin and grand pikin. He go get one child when a 5-year-old. He bring an IOS. If you see how they maltreat that pikin, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, they beat that pikin, may go find water. This thing one morning, I tell my sister, I said today, me will call police. My sister begin panic. I say, listen to me. When you see me call, when policeman come, tell me for say me you don't know me. Enough is enough. I mean, she's 5 years old. What's 5-year-old? They do. They play. Okay? He won't hang around with your friends. And that's all. She's a child. So for me, I mean, where I see this on the news today, if not an AYV or now you station they carry all this demonstration and everything like that. I think we all have to put our heads together, AAA, because this is not just today thing. Okay, when I was growing up, I think you and I, we are grown up. I don't know if you older than me, or older than you, I don't know. But at that time, you go out, not only because you don't come on IOS. Musami grew up, now Oakland grew up. Okay, one of the provinces. We neighbors that they watch. Okay, so no feel for say when you do something outside, it will beat you. Then bring it back to your mama will beat you. Well, as a matter of fact, that's how it is in that part of the world. But for me, for a man to rape a child, a 5-year-old, that person is psychologically embarrassed. Okay, that kind of person or those kind of people, they should not be on this earth. AAA. Okay, I love children. I have so much, we have, God bless us, we have kids in our family. I could not imagine. I can't even want to think about it. AAA. I am so sad all day. I'll tell you something. That woman, they beat her pikini. Pass way see me when we grab one money, when we say I don't rap and no compa. I'm not gonna compa, but we're so close together, hearing me. Do you know, say that pikin run away? The next time when we go home, his sister tell me for say that pikin run away. And the other thing we want for say is the people then. Okay, first of all, they go say, all right, you is easy for you. You are United States, everything. No, it's the family also, the parents then. Okay, because they are poor. But just because when somebody poor, it doesn't mean me not grow up. I have a silver spoon in my mouth to AAA. My parents they're not going nothing. Okay, but they taught us that we are 5 of us. They taught us, okay, what it is, okay, to be yourself or do something the right way. Okay, so you know me for say because you poor, okay, you treat the pikin in any kind of way. They say that pikin and that small pikin in the markets for go sell something. Okay, but when you say something, when you get money, okay, I need help. Okay, for go sell for me and this and that. So now make me say this is a sensitive issue. But it's something that we have to talk about. Okay, everybody, including the government, including the parents then. This is not to say we start today. Okay, one day we're gonna market AAA. Me see that this pikia is dirty. So I said to my sister, I said, why dirty so? He said, you don't know nothing yet. How you go get pikin? Even so not to be born. If they represent you, that pikin they represent you will go out. Huh? Now they clean for you. Now they cook for you. It's dirty. So you say dirty. I mean, I'm you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a very sensitive issue. I'm so sad today. Okay, because I see the children and the grandchildren in my family. I cannot just imagine. AAA. I can't. There's nothing. I cannot imagine that. I thank you very much for giving me the platform.
All right, thank you very much, Anna.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, AAA, Nadine Omar from Los Angeles. Thank you, brother, for giving me the opportunity. Let God help we country. We country is sad. Africa is a sad continent. And not the talk say sexual act they happen the Western world. But then get things in place. Violence against minors, get things in place. Me waste them I mean an example. the West Trade, I don't know what me picking can do. He tell and say, if you do again, I will beat you and put papers in your eyes. Now me picking go to school. I don't know what he do. Now the teacher say, I will call your parents. He begin crying. The teacher said, why are you crying? He said, my mom said, if I misbehave again in school, she will put pepper in my eyes. Me do let 9 police then can knock the water for me. Then begin they pull them picking at 1-1. All of me picking them 4 o'clock in the morning, then they interview them. Even the 8-year-old, then they interview them. Pastor then can find out, say, this now just we culture in Africa. Me explain it and say that the wife, we really need the big to begin them. They hope in the room, hope in the refrigerator, see how they feed them, the bedroom, everything they check because things are in place. They put you on a 2 years probation. Then they check you every 4 months. They can't check your house. We not get anything. A prominent boxer, Mike Tyson, they like today. Any county or city where Mike Tyson go, it must go report. Now that county, the other city, the police station says, I don't come home, I'm a rapist. I'm a convicted rapist. Now this we need for begin for the bring in. We get Ministry of Social Welfare when are useless. Then just give them 30 motorcycle. What did I get in the motorcycle for? Now then job them, then wire. Ministry of Social Welfare, now their responsibility for take care of the social well-being of we youth and we picking them. Nothing that they do. That ministry, they don't cause so much headache, even during Ernest by Kroma time. In fact, the deputy and the minister, they defect themselves. Ernest by Kroma changed 2 of them, including Sylvia Blyden. He ain't deputy that effect. Because that ministry is a ministry where they generate money. Why that ministry where they generate money? Because white people and they against the thing where they happen so today. Now make them they give that ministry the money for help. Let them people help with the kingdom, but they need to do them. That ministry now waste. In fact, that ministry to me was past police, the police department in Sierra Leone. That's 1. 2, media suggest make we continue with that Abdul Fatoma in program, brother. We need for change with constitution until we reach to a point when judges then at Sierra Leone for begin be an elected judges like that means that the power don't go to the people then. When we see judges where lifespan cases like them wire 2 years, they're not going to vote them in again the next time. But if they left them up and selective judges, then when are the president of the day, then they elect them. Then why are they not serious? Today I've been to watch AYV this day. One of the activists that will be there today, another protest day, it will be one of the panelists them. With one small Pekin. That Pekin then and cousin with that Pekin would they kill. I think that Pekin, I think he's a 5-year-old, but you know if you talk some where David and Wilson they interview him. You know if you talk, now cousin would do how they kill. One other guy did it, the guy said 1 case day where they just don't sentence somebody where rape for 1 year, 6 months. And they just don't pass the law say 15 to life. What does 15 to life mean to you? 15 to life means say minimum of 15 years. But we get judges then. Where people then they go give them money in that country, then they look the actual truth. In fact, what they do, then they are jointed. Nothing happen. Same thing to the police then. One of that panelist guy, one of them protested, they did this. Talk that again today. Where the police had to go for investigate, what did the police they excuse? They hand in time. They not get forensic lab. They not get the community. The community they tell us, but they don't talk say, even the mama or the papa, if they try for involve themselves for talk that case they learn done house, then accomplish. Then for arrest them because then they try for interrupt with the investigation. Now I crown for that. The police therefore know that. Say if now the chief or the imam or whatever, we come to you say this na family business, that person need for arrest them. Therefore arrest them. But now that the excuse where them one of the protesters them they give today say now that the other thing with the police that the person. Wait to me, that no whole water. In no whole water at all. I mean, this thing, President Dio don't talk about this thing, he don't talk about this thing. But he made it not it. He tried to make let's say he care, he not care. Maybe I go get in West small kudos, but this man not care because if he care about them here, maybe until that happened to your small picking. or you dying small picky over Fatima Bontula, maybe you take us serious. When the man, this is a serious business. Then, well, for now, rich day, what about the life of this picky we die? What about this picky in life? You know what? Just 2 months ago, now Kono again, one grandpa, picky. Young grandpa, they give food, say, yeah, go put in a grandpa room. Now then, you follow the young grandpa, he did come. He did it all over. And he admit, he explained all what happened. They say, well, what you did, he said, I follow them. A young grandpa. And another picking back, another 5-year-old. Look and they say, I don't know if it's India or China. Instead of they fetch for life. The one waiting self, they rape him, he paralyzed, he put the all on broke. And then they would he not go for chin-up again. He not go for work again, till die. What about them picking and day? We forget leaders that we care about with people. Then people are not care. Na lip, na. I don't know how this man not care. Because what about all the money where they come? Therefore, for build a forensic lab. How many people then get for rape, for let this man give money for let them build a forensic lab? They say no go that side. How many people then get for die? The man go and see this today, I cry. How many 5-year-olds they get for fall like this before this man put something in place? For continent ID, my brother. How many people then get for kill? 5-year-old or 7-year-old people. Somebody do so. How many 5-year-olds they get for molest? For let this man do what he's supposed to do. It's a wage bill way high. Every minister, you get minister there, you get people who make 5,000 a month, 8,000 a month. When they do nothing, that money that they only for don't collect them and make them buy the machine here. They don't they talk about imaging machine. Say now will not get diagnostic place. They just they talk about that. Even that group, when are they in charge of one private, I don't know if it's a private group, when are they help the police there to investigate the matter? Whenever they interview them, they say they had the tire. They're not going to carry them for the going to them village here because they didn't care they happen back more, like the province. They're not going to carry them, they're not getting enough staff, let alone the government. You go to the police, then they tell you the same thing. So this is not a secret. Not a secret. Why this president not for help with the kingdom? I'll tell you one thing. I'm not saying somebody else been at the line, but Salone on a time bomb. The time bomb where Salone on. Salone not on a time bomb because of mudslide. Salone not on a time bomb because of anything else. I will tell you 70% of all the Okada Bobo driver there now offer them. They're not going to papa them. Now the same thing, Salone right now they're over 20,000 young people are waiting on the street. They're not getting mama, they're not getting papa. When then they grow up, you know how they turn? The monster them. Now they turn to the same guy who do this thing. So that time bomb the Salone de fa. Law will not be careful. Where to go work at it? Now, this is a cultural thing. It then now with family. I will tell you for plain. We own brother that we self we waiting on the diaspora. Where would they say they come on? I will tell you 60% of we. Where would they go that December? Go walking go. Now for go follow young picking. Now for go follow young picking. Let's say we never go woman then I. For go follow young picking. Watch where you go December. Let's see a man they do people picking them. Where did they go? Because picking them they see the dollar than at the hand. But for go follow people picking them. What's done here? What they are, that the diaspora. What they call you right now, they talk like so we're sorry. We're not sorry. Now the work around the work you do. What would they go December time? Very much, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, Umar. Thank you. Yes, caller, are live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my name is Patricia from Tennessee. I just feel so sad today about this news about this little girl, you know. My contribution today is for people in Sierra Leone. First of all, the comrades no get relationship with them picking them. The only relationship they get maybe for feed them and clothe them. But for say they get conversation with them picking them. You can see Comra, me na living testimony with my sister. My sister in picking them. Na me, when me open my mouth, I say stop, then stop. I let them mama they talk from January to December. They know they stop. Okay, they wait let us see come. Because I they keep them company, I they ask them whether you want be who be in a camp. Whether you want be this, they tell me you want be football and you want be this. I open a field for whether one play football. Whether one make music, I they follow them. But we African kumra even America na ya. If they see kumra, they call and 10 times. Instead of answer the picking, if they shout, what do you want? We really need people where they teach we how to live we own life, oh God give we. The one the way they before people, when I educated people, even some people then they educate educationally, but that common sense. Some comrade they no get them, that common sense. You go see comrade they get 6-month-old picking, 1-year-old picking, the picking they cry, take the piece per instance if the comrade they pambru for let left that thing they for let mind the picking. The African comrade they wicked more than anybody else. If you not get people the way they change your mentality, how for race picking them. It therefore be very hard when they say the government this, the government that, the government that. Komra, like that 10 beautiful girl, 10 years old beautiful girl who just lost in life, may so rest in peace. Know how to dress 10-year-old girl. Know whose kind cloth where they put some 10-year-old girl. Know whose kind hairstyle where they give 10-year-old girl. And too much idleness, they lead people to high sexual activities. Without idleness, they were nothing, no they for do. You go see man, they sit down here, they talk from morning, you go down rest, you sit down at the same place. If they talk, you sabi inside the government, how the government, they go inside, they come out. Any small picking away pass around, if I go there, because that same position, in that man, they sit down, they talk. When somebody don't cook it eat, what that this picking don't pass yesterday, the day before yesterday, don't pass. Too much idleness, they lead most man for a lot of trouble. When man busy, they do something. For say you go get feelings of sex, you know tire it, they can walk here. But idleness they lead to a lot of negative thinking. Now human being life, what I do. African Cobra don't know how for race speaking there. A lot of majority of them, not all of them, majority of them, they don't know how for race speaking. You girl picking way don't pass 6 years old. Girl pick way don't pass 6 years old. Every 15-20 minutes, call that picky in name Musa Ide. Okay, I just check on you. But you go see African Cobra, they begin they call Anaya, mama. What do you want? If they cut the feelings of the picking, even if you want to explain something, because of the fear where you don't put some balance, that picking will not go get anyway say, no, mama, nothing. Nothing why you keep calling me. Because you don't cut the feelings, the love when the picking gets. So can't explain. If they explain something to you, you don't cut off them. You don't go able, you're afraid. Some people then they treat them picking like not to inside them belly and sleep. Then they treat picking like not to inside them belly and sleep. If the man offend you, or the man not like you, or the man keep other woman, that will not give you the space for make it treat innocent picking. Because most of the problems in camp and anything and it can let it go. Now, not here. Anything, if you see go pregnant, you go start do start picking they come up. Then what they need, they come up for African Kumra. We just they beg, do ya, wona they teach me so, do ya, no teach you sister there, no teach you mama there. Let them protect the Pikin. Let the population, the comrade, help the government too, help the country too. That's all I'm in contribution today.
Thank you very much, Safi. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and inside the call from?
Yeah, this is not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get the platform.
Yeah, Triple, I want to ask a question. If you say if you're a rich person picking in Bobona and do so, if you say that case for people anywhere?
Even this one will happen, so.
Mm-hmm.
The one will happen before this. We have a lot of cases. If the advocate or the advocate for picking them come and explain to you, rich or no rich, poor or no poor, the system, the system,
yeah, we know.
Not in favor of the victim.
The system is broken. We know that. The system is broken. But what I say is, you know what I mean? Me not a fan of, you know what I mean, the first lady or this administration, but at least they try. We can count with the hands of our girls, man. Because the amount of people they get belly, when small people they get belly in that country, it might not be easy, man. They try, man. They try. You know what I mean? Kudos to them. They try. But the fact that the country is broken, man. The country is broken. Even if you try to implement any system, man, it will take beaucoup money and effort for let that system they in place. You know, it's all easy, man. Everything is broken, man. Everything is broken, man. All that system they had them broken down. For they fix them back, bring them come back to up to par. Who said they're supposed to do? Man, beaucoup money and effort now go take for that to let that happen, you know. Yeah, I mean, condolences to that beginning. I feel sad because Mr. Agegal Pekin, you know, I'm not like for student type at all. And a very bad thing there, you know, easy, you know, easy. But when you left it Pekin, give somebody for let the men, man. You know, easy, man. I don't see what the men want for boy, man. You know, they do all thing, man. If people know over you, but they do all thing, they clean, they do, man. You know, easy, man. When you left it Pekin, for let the men under, man. And the way they treat them, man, you know, easy, man. You know, easy. Men begin like slavery, and that, man. You know, easy at all, man. You know, they need to fix their system, they are. You know, if they don't fix their system, they are, then they will continue to repeat themselves, you know. Well, at least then try. Then try. They get them down there, then try. Because if they're not for being try, like things for don't get worse. Because small begin they get Belena salon like nothing, man. You know, the person be bad. If you bad pass with how they so. But you know, now more of mental issues, man. You know, ever since the war, when they not address that issue, they say salon get beaucoup mental problem, and get beaucoup people with mental problem in the country there. But still, they know they address the issue because they say not a big problem for them. Mental problem in that country there is beaucoup, man. You know, now I'm your contribution no more.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
When I start the program, I give some of my own take on this particular issue. And I tell you, say, waiting missing, a lot of other platforms them don't deal with them in a different way. But when I share a network, I want to make you look at the fundamental problem. And we'll be able to highlight the government, the parliament, the school system, the social welfare system, every ambit way for make Pekin feel safe in the country. Don't feel picking them. Every ambit way for make Pekin feel safe, don't feel picking. A sexual offense, not sexual offense. A rape, not rape. There is nothing more, nothing less to it. Equal and so, na so it be. I give a lot of example in the West, how the system, they able for safeguard picking them compared to Sierra Leone. I tell you about United Nations and Convention for the Right of Picking. We want and for make Pekin voice self be heard. Make the Pekin voice you hear. In Sierra Leone, would they allow Pekin for talk? Would they allow Pekin for explain? So these are the kind of conversation we really need for begin gets and we communities them na salon. Now then kind of conversation here. Because if Pekin, big person, play with and bad, touch and bad, do and something, it is afraid for can meet whoever they take care of him. For explain. Because it is afraid say, na in then go in turn beats. So now you make for let Pekin talk too safe. He afraid. Let Pekin talk too. Even if Mama tie and kitcha, something not tie and fine. He asks the Pekin, I see this. I tie and fine. Even simple question like that. The Pekin don't know waiting for say. Pekin don't even know waiting for say. For whom Mama tie and kitcha fine, he know say he asks the Pekin say tie and fine. Eh? Have you ever listened to Pekin in a salon for express themselves? We don't get that culture for make Pekin know they talk to, even if you ask them question, for make them express themselves. They're not able. They're not able. It's not that they're stupid. No. But how even me and you, having conversation, then they make we learn from each other. You think, say, the Pekin in a saloon, then different from the Pekin who they born at the West? Because at the West, most of you they will say, then beginning now, they were like question. They were the ask Boku question. Because they are at liberty to ask those questions. They are at liberty to do that. In Sierra Leone, do they ask question? And also a few people now, because of the social media trend and maybe some people in the travel overseas and then they under, but you go to them community them. Inside one green compound day, you get past 20 family they live there. Inside one green house, you get past 15 people and they sleep inside one room. You know what's in the happen yonder, Nanette, Santem, you know? And we get picking them, we know they talk. Because we don't build them that way. Then just did it for listen and take instructions. Other person go to talk and say, now, left there and then if you say, now waiting the Nongo land, Obayanda, now anyone can do for Campwell picking the Naya. Because here, as soon as there is a circle. If you self now say you picking, you know waiting self, now you they call for report, now you they call the school ask question. Now you they call. Ask question. School, in get to that they call. If you see something, you know they call you. And they call social welfare. Then they everybody involved the different side them. All are waiting. All learning are waiting. Now because they want to keep the Pekin safe. That's the reason. What system do we have in place? I asked again. I asked when I started the program. What system will we get in place for keep Pekin safe in a salon? What system? Where people more than born picking. As them born girl picking and gladdy, then if you say they don't get money. Say this is good bring come. Boy picking, then say in the give to woman. This Bobo. Now your wife and then get for can enjoy. This the I say so. We see this now married. This the I grab up so. Now woman then I then get for can enjoy money. What's so? The girl picking there now, he say, well, this ain't go to bring come. Those mentality. A grandma commot salon. Come. The mommy, they fry chicken. Na kitchen. Now in the picking pass, you take the one big leg. The mommy just come out alone. I be like, hey, kautanaya. Now the woman waiting in the kitchen say, what's happening? Next thing, that big for food. Now you don't take. The big for food. Then mommy say, left her no more. Now so now the poor picking in ya. Now be big for food. The night they go take. You don't know what for take. Come salon, come na sit down one day. Salon, they manage cook. They manage cook safe. Fall. The parts then all label. Also say the parts and label because of Fura Leko. You born picking today. You able to take care of him? Go na market. A lot of market woman the way did it. Get the one the belly, you still get the one back, you get one way no reach no weight. You get one way no reach no weight. Then they tell you, oh, me na 9 picking a bone. What's in the plan where you get for take care of the 9 picking in day? When they say family planning, they say, oh, now for can't take pills. Oh, now for can't stop people them for born. Oh, now for can't. I need to talk about taking pills here. Even the word family planning. Are you ready? You ready? For bringing somebody kind of the world and make sure you take care of them. They call mama for take care of picking. Or we still get a mentality, we say, now for bono, because you don't know someone who they can better you. Say now for born, you don't know who someone get for can better you. Sierra Leone. When we are ready, we're going to fix this. But for now lip service we they pay. Now lip service. We know say the system is broken. Now we could not get the same driver. We get a different driver. And I have no problem with the Hands Off Our Girls campaign. I don't get a problem with them. But you know, in Sierra Leone, we pick up things and run with it without even fixing the fundamental problems. Hands Off Our Girls is very, very good. And if they work in collaboration with Ministry of Social Children Affairs, and all into how they explain so, from the fundamental, they all go able to work hand in hand. But in Sierra Leone, all man for himself. Collectively, we can beat this. But if one party feels they get the answer, and the other party feels they left another, that one is a problem. Hands off for girls. Before we can go up all the different districts launch, what are the things that are in place? In schools, FSU, waiting at the support with them they get. It's not about running with big names, give big title. The same thing will come with free quality education. At the end of the day, we can't find out even syllabus snoddy. The basic. We always focus on the secondary or the one way easy for C. The one way easy for C, right there. Focus on that day. But if the roots not strong, the inside the soil, better one, that tick day, you get for collapse one day. Sierra Leone. Stallone. This week, Mama Stallone will love so much. Ministry of Social Affairs, the Children Affairs, they need for wake up. They really need for wake up. They need for wake up. When we know say they don't begin fix things, now when we begin see Pikine not in a market they sell. Pikine not to water, they not to granite, they not to now the tell we know say they have started working. Because in the West, where you know able to take care of your Pikin, government will go take care of them for you. When they meet and they sell, you the water would then go time, then you get for face the law, what's happen. Tomorrow you know the gain water for go sell. You know the gain. You know the gain. Because you know say the Lord on bet, even all of them a market, fear say, that one day they don't take him picking. Waiting the way begin market for go sell. But co people already sell in the market and they pick it and the thoughts now they go. Then at the table. Then go take them for men now. Then even when you come out school, you say, yeah, they go school. Actually, they go school. You say, yes. Oh, I just come out school. I can't forget help mama. The one that they broke stone, you go there, they meet speaking. The one that they make sansano. The other day, they come here, go waka. Na Dibia Water, they call the place Botimawaf. I don't know if you don't watch that one day. It's on YouTube. Picking them, they save the shovel. Picking them. And so, na help them can help. Because at the end of the day, then they give them small thing, they say, can't go na the house, say they don't go walk. Picking not they be picking as alone. Picking self get for contribute. Say what he say na poverty. Why picking not for be picking? Why you get for reach to the extent you get for cost picking in life? In Sierra Leone. Make we not forget say the war caused a lot of atrocities in people. The war. And with smartphones, social media, people and they see Bokoti they want enough for see. And the one the way most vulnerable, na picking them. Na picking them. Eh? We all get to a history. We all. One day, we will get opportunity for tell we own them. We will get them. We all get. If you not get, me, I get. Me, I get. Yeah? Sometimes you look, you shake your head. May God help Salone. Make, at the end of the day, the blood of the innocent, the cry of the innocent, not come and begin chase after the country again. So when we say we need justice for all, justice for all. And if the judiciary know they act right, it will cause the country more trouble. There are some things that you believe, there are some things that you not believe. But now one Salone we get, and we want this Salone for be a better place for picking them. God help Salone. Go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Triple C. Ta-ta.